From controversial statements to chaotic moments that have defined his career, Kanye West's name is no stranger to scandal. But behind the public outbursts and viral incidents, there are untold allegations and dark whispers that have remained hidden in the shadows. Allegations that paint a much more complicated picture than the media ever showed. Let's dive into the hidden side of Kanye's career that you probably didn't know about. And trust me, this is a side of Kanye no one talks about. Number 6, his feuds with fellow celebrities. More than just beef. The media often paints Kanye's public feuds with celebrities like Jay-Z, Taylor Swift, and Pete Davidson as nothing more than ego-driven drama. But what if these feuds reveal a deeper pattern of toxic relationships, manipulation, and control? Insiders have shared stories of Kanye's obsession with power, with one source even claiming Kanye was difficult to deal with, not because of his artistic genius, but because he couldn't handle people questioning his dominance. Allegations also suggest that Kanye's relationships with certain celebrities were more about control than collaboration, with people being manipulated or pushed aside once they no longer served his interests. This paints a picture of a man who's not just feuding, he's strategically dismantling those around him. But what was really behind his desire to destroy these relationships? We'll explore how Kanye's need for control turned his career into a series of broken alliances. And to fully understand the roots of Kanye's behavior, we need to dive deeper into the allegations that plagued his business ventures. Number 5, the allegations of antisemitism and their aftermath. One of Kanye's most public and disastrous controversies revolved around his anti-Semitic comments in 2022. But what's often overlooked is the wave of allegations that preceded these comments. Allegations of deep-rooted personal animosity towards the Jewish community. Multiple sources claimed Kanye had been involved in sketchy business dealings with Jewish individuals, where complaints about unethical practices started circulating long before his public outburst. Was Kanye's statement truly a reflection of his frustration with business dealings, or was there something deeper at play, something rooted in personal prejudices? And what's the real story behind those friends he constantly claimed to have? The truth here is more complex than the public backlash would have you believe. But before we continue, let's explore Kanye's growing ego and the allegations tied to his business dealings, which led to his downfall with some of the biggest brands. Number 4, the dark side of his business deals. Kanye West's ventures, including his Adidas and Yeezy brand, have been widely praised for their success, but behind the glitzy success lies a darker side: allegations of unfair deals, poor treatment of staff, and exploitation of workers. Several former employees from his Yeezy factory spoke out about grueling conditions, long hours, and Kanye's tendency to belittle and disregard those he employed. These workers claimed that Kanye's empire was built on the backs of people who were silenced and mistreated. Could these workers be the untold victims of Kanye's rise to billionaire status? And what role did Kanye's ego play in turning a blind eye to the suffering of his own team? To answer that, we need to look at his past business partners, especially his former ties with Adidas, and what went wrong. Before we explore the behind-the-scenes business dynamics, we should revisit Kanye's mental health struggles and how they were likely a catalyst for his actions.
Number 3, the allegations behind his mental health struggles. Kanye's mental health has always been a subject of public discussion, especially since his breakdown during his 2016 St. Pablo tour. But what the media didn't cover were the countless allegations that he was being pushed too far by the very people who claimed to be looking out for him. Sources close to Kanye have alleged that his struggles with bipolar disorder were not just a result of his mental state, but a result of external pressures, including being overworked, micromanaged, and isolated by those closest to him. Was Kanye's breakdown a cry for help? Or was it an outcome of an exploitative system that failed to protect him? We'll revisit the tell-all interviews from those who were closest to him during the breakdown. And trust me, what they said will change how you view those infamous moments. And in order to fully understand the pressure Kanye was under, we need to go back to the start of his rise to fame, where the manipulation began. Number 2, the exploitative relationship with his first label. When Kanye signed with Roc-A-Fella Records, he wasn't just signing a contract. He was tying himself to one of the most notorious and controlling names in the music industry. Allegations of exploitation followed soon after. Artists like Cameron and Jay-Z were accused of taking advantage of Kanye's talent and pulling the strings behind his back. Multiple insiders revealed how Kanye was often kept in the dark about crucial deals, yet his name appeared in the spotlight, making others millions. Was Kanye's genius really his own? Or was he the puppet for a much bigger operation? These questions raise a lot of doubt, and the way things would spiral out of control, leading to the infamous breakdowns, may just hold the key to understanding Kanye's future actions. But before we continue, let's take a step back and look at Kanye's early years and the darker side of his rise to fame. Number 1, the hidden dark side of Kanye's early years. It all starts in Kanye's early career, when his eccentric behavior began to escalate. Most of us remember the infamous "I'ma let you finish" moment at the MTV Video Music Awards with Taylor Swift, but there's a deeper issue lurking here. Allegations of manipulation and mental strain surrounding his rise to fame. Rumors surfaced that Kanye's meteoric rise wasn't just a result of his genius, but a result of the people he stepped on along the way. Did Kanye's hunger for fame drive him to use others for his own gain? Was his abrasive persona just a front for something darker? And to understand how this all unfolded, we need to look at one particular moment: his relationship with his first label. These early allegations paint a picture of a man who was not only a musical genius, but someone who would do whatever it took to succeed, even if it meant stepping on others. So, where does this leave Kanye West today? A billionaire fashion mogul, an icon in music, and a man of endless controversies. But these untold allegations force us to ask how much of Kanye's success and the man he is today was built on the pain, exploitation, and manipulation of others. And with his influence still as strong as ever, can he truly escape the weight of these accusations? While Kanye continues to make headlines, one thing is for sure: his story is far from over. But for now, the truth about Kanye West is still being uncovered, layer by layer.